Hey everyone, Tappers here again, and welcome back to the Super Mario RPG playthrough. When we last left off, the Mushroom Kingdom was raided by these shyster enemies led by Mac. And after we took them out, we also got a star piece of unknown origin. Right now, we are going to Toadpole Pond, but in order to get there, we have to go through the Kero sewers first. And this is one of the several areas in the game where you'll get the kind of ominous dungeon music of some sort of significance, and also water, but we don't really swim in it. We also get to work with pipes, and oddly enough, after you go down the first pipe, they ask you if you want directions on how to go down a pipe, which is kind of weird like that. And we have our first enemy. We've got Cheep Cheeps, but they're not. They're called Gobies. I don't really have anything to say. I mean, when it comes to Gobi, I can only think of, and that was pathetic, Ballo. You can't hit. Well, true. Okay, the fish are swimming in the air, but pretty much didn't even hit it. I mean, sometimes you'll randomly miss, and it means you can't really do any some sort of timed hits, but yeah, anyway. So, there's actually quite a few enemies, and true to Mario form, we also have boos and a shadow thing. But we have some characteristics with enemies where they'll be considered undead. And this is kind of noteworthy because if you're lucky in this battle or any battle involving undead monsters, you may get something called a pure water. And it's an item that will instantly kill an undead enemy, which is pretty swell. So we got a treasure chest here. Oh my god, it's a monster. It's a mimic, but in this case it's called a Pandarite. I can't make up anything witty about it. But these guys are jerks, and they have some pretty strong attacks. These guys only have one weakness, and that is jumping on them. Everything else will do 0 damage or do 1. So the jump shoes kind of help and does over 100 damage, and I only need like one more. What the heck was that? I've never seen that animation before. A ghost inside waves and you get hurt somehow. But anyway, these guys only have 300 HP, and it's actually the only one of that specific enemy you get. And we also get a true form pin. This item is, or this accessory is very good because you won't be turned into mushrooms or scarecrows. Yeah, now, since I'm talking about it, I'm just going to take on this enemy real quick, which are Rat Funk and a Hobgoblin, which I think is undead monster. But anyway, these Rat Funks are pretty fast, and they can also run away, kind of like other enemies. So, I was going to talk about status effects. The Wake Up Pin that you saw that I have prevents sleep and mute status. Mute status means that you can't use special attacks at all. And as for and right there I just got poisoned by this thing because it did a little jig, and then I just got spray paint darked or something. And there's a pure water actually, now that I'm talking about it. So mute status prevents you from using specials. Sleep prevents you from performing an action, but if you get hit by a physical attack, you wake up. And let's see, what was I going to do? I got a ton of flower tabs. I'm not going to use any of them because inside this chest, oh my god, it's a star. And we get to wreck everything. We get a level up, and we get to miss a Rat Funk. We can also take this to the next floor and wreck. I'm going to get into a battle, aren't I? So, Mallow gets a level, and can I avoid this battle? Yes, I can. So, only Mallow got a level, and no, I want to go status. 2 hit points, wow. I'm also going to use this time to use a flower tab and refill my flower points and jump on a mouse. But I can also use this time to use a pure water on one of these hobgoblins. And maybe if I'm lucky, I get lucky and get a freebie. Or not. So, oh yeah, I was still talking about status effects. Poison is exactly as it sounds. You turn dark colors and you take damage every turn. But sometimes you also get damage from the attack itself. And sometimes it's pretty strong. Okay, Scarecrow is an effect, and I'm going to talk over it with its level up. Scarecrow will turn you into a Scarecrow, and it prevents you from using items, and it also prevents you from using regular attacks. You can still defend, run away, or what's the other one? Oh yeah, use specials. I'm not really sure how that works, mostly because I guess you don't have to move. And that fish can slap me in the face while the water's drained. Also, I love how these fish are just floating without any water to support them. But, yeah. And the other status effect that the True Form Pin helps with is Mushroom. If you get turned into a mushroom, you can't do anything until it either wears off, you get healed, or you die. Anyway, we got a save block, we got a mushroom, and basically, the other thing with mushroom is that you can also heal yourself every turn, but it's really small. There's another effect, but I'm not going to get into that until it becomes relevant. So we got a giant door in the way we can't open. It looks almost like a waffle or something like that, one of those square Eggo waffles or something. And now we meet this strange thing that I guess is Ballo, and apparently his tongue is also mistaken for a fire hose or something. So yeah, we get to fight Ballo, who looks also kind of like a Egyptian wolf dog thing. And I don't remember how much HP it has, but it's also weak to lightning attack. Oh, room service has been kind to me. Where's my bib? I'm not sure how a thing like that could actually have a bib to support itself. I mean, you see how big this thing is? That a bib would just kind of snap to pieces under its large body. Stick for a body, head full of straw, give me a scarecrow, rah rah rah. And it's using a move called Scrofunk. Now, if you didn't pick up the... you know what I just forgot? I forgot to equip the True Form Pin. Oops! And I did 69 damage. Awesome. Yeah, I look really foolish having that happen. So after a while, this happens. Can't stand it. The hunger. The hunger! Who knows, maybe he watched Hunger Games. And actually, that's not funny, so I'll shut up. So, Ballo gets eaten, and he's pretty much dead. But he's not really dead. All you can do is pretty much jump with Mario if you are an idiot like me and forgot to heal or put on the True Form Pin. So, or this can happen. You can just wait for the Scarecrow effect to wear off and just wail on him then. And then he's going to use it again. But, I mean, I could have finished him off, but I don't know how much HP he has left. But, knowing my luck, he's probably going to die right about now. If you defeat me, you still won't beat me. Beware the flood. I don't really understand what that even means, because I did beat him because he turned into coins and disappeared. Whatever. So, Belome's dead, and the door opens, so we can be on our way, right? Yeah. We've got a flood coming. And Mario can't exactly swim, but he can kind of swim. But what I don't get is that switch can actually close the gate, but then it just suddenly pushes Mallow off for some reason. And we get to drown down a waterfall. But not really. This is the Midas River course. Want to crash course on it? Not really. Now, this is actually a mini-game area that you get forced upon, and you can actually visit this area later. The only controls you have is going back and forth and then hitting A to kind of swim up a bit. And there's also alcoves you can go in. I'd go in that one, but it's useless. There's a split path right here, and in my practice, I ended up going the wrong way. That cave over on that side is a decoy, and it's painful. So each cave has some sort of weird hijinks going on. In this case, it's kind of got something to do with a flower with a thief looking to snatch it, and it's pretty much musical flower and poor Gobi. He's about to become lunch for a Forky because it's a fork and it's a thing, but that doesn't matter. So those are also the happiest spring faces you will ever see. Just thought I'd point that out. Now this section's almost over. Now I gotta remember. I think I go this way. Yeah, this is the last cave of note you need to go through, where you get a flower, and you also get to see a bandit get brutalized by these thwomps. Very badly. Unfortunately, you do not get their coins. So, this is the end of the waterfall segment of Midas River. But not completely the end of the whole minigame thing. We have a barrel jumping event. Do I need pointers? No. Since I'm ready... Okay. Here, you just basically collect a bunch of coins poorly. I only grabbed one of that string. If you bump into these barrels, you can switch course. Okay, if I'm right, I think there's a bunch of coins here. Also, a thing to be aware of is that there's some fish that will occasionally show up and try to steal your coins. And in my practice attempt of this, I think I only ended up with 37 coins because I did such a poor job on both segments. But right now, I'm actually doing very good. Except right there, and I lost I don't know how many. But these coins, you don't actually get to keep them. They have a purpose once we're at the end of this thing, which should be like right after this one if I'd stop failing horribly. And the music slowed down and crash, and we land on top of the shopkeeper. Wasn't that fun? You got 53 coins. Trade your coins you got from Midas River for frog coins. If you get 60, you get a frog coin. But I only got 53. I might have gotten more if I didn't get it by the fish. But I also get a consolation prize being a first-time customer. I get a knock-knock shell. Because you knock into it and it makes some sort of sound. That wasn't very clever. But that's the end of the sewers, and we get to leave that. I still have a little more time that I can keep this segment going, because we get to go to Toadpole Pond, where we have to meet up with Frogfucius or his grandpa. There's really nobody around except a gigantic tadpole. Can I help you? Yeah, we can use some help. And Adventures of Super Mario. Well, really my name's Mario, and how does he know I beat Belome? And who is Belome anyway? So, anyway, his grandpa apparently knows some stuff, and he's also got 100,000 giant tadpoles that must have had some sort of mushroom-fused water flavor or something like that. Who knows, maybe it's mushroom-flavored Aquafina that polluted the waters. That rainstorm we had, that was you, wasn't it? Ouch. Now, I guess one thing that kind of confuses me is that little ouch right there. I couldn't tell if that was the kind of part where Mallow got caught crying by his grandpa or something like that, or if it's Frogfucius floating with a string. And yes, he's a wise old people and all that stuff, and more Lakitus and a fishing pole. And you know, speaking of strings and all that, this almost kind of reminds me of all the held up stuff in Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, where you'd be on stage and have all the theatrics and all that stuff, but that's besides the point. We also get to jump on tadpoles because they're totally fine. We're not giving them a concussion or anything. So yeah, we get to Frogfucius's sanctuary outdoor thing where nobody could possibly interrupt it. No, because we can't possibly interrupt, just like the music did right there, which was totally awkward. So we get a little more. We get a repeat of the backstory if we haven't already heard about it. Something about a large crash, a large sword. Frogfucius breaks his table, except he didn't really do that. I mean, jumping 100 feet in the air, I assume you'd break it. I mean, yeah, you're a frog and you're really not supposed to be that big, but still, a table with 3 legs couldn't possibly support anything like that. So, possibly we may find out about what these stars are. Shooting stars that could possibly grant wishes. I'm wondering if something like that would actually crash into the Mushroom Kingdom and all that stuff. It didn't really do any interior damage, but who knows? Maybe Mac brought in for no reason or just materialized. So, just a little forewarning, we're going to have a bit of a sad news coming up. Apparently, Mallow, Frogfucius has been hiding something. Apparently Mallow is not a tadpole. Dun-dun. Say what? And all the feels are around to go by. Post your Bible thumps or your Fi-Fi thumps in the comments and all that. We got a little melancholy theme here where apparently we find out that Mallow is maybe an orphan at this point, and that he was found floating down a river, and Frogfucius can make lightning sound effects. So, pretty much, we're going to see if Mallow has any parents somewhere. And we also find out he's a bundle of fluff, but I think we kind of knew that already. And he also wears pants. But they're not hot pants or anything. So, our next destination is Roseway, but we're not going to go there just yet. Sniff. It must be quiet to have with Mallow gone, and why is there one F in Sniff? Maybe a snack will cheer me up. But we have a snack. That's right, I forgot all about it. I'll give you something for the cricket pie you brought back. And for the cricket pie, we get a froggy stick, which is froggy with the 2 G's and an IE, but that's whatever. So, the froggy stick boosts Mallow's attack by 20 points. That is really good. And funny enough, the first time I played this game, I actually forgot the froggy stick going forward, and you do actually have to get it at some point. There's a few other things here. We have a juice bar, where he asks if I'm a member, but I'm not. So, for the time being, I can buy stuff called Froggy Drink. Which, I'll buy a few of these because they're actually kind of useful. How much room do I have? I'm going to sell the pure water because I'm not really going to be fighting any undeads for a while. So, 4 Froggy Drinks is enough, and I'm going to sell the hammer. Now, if we go here, this is the Frog Coin Emporium, or however it's pronounced, where you can exchange your frog coins for stuff. You can get a Sleepy Bomb, which is terrible, a Bracer, which raises the defense, an Energizer, which raises an attack, Crystalline Power Blast are the same as the other two, except it's a full party thing. There is one other area I want to get in real quick, which is over here. But actually I want to talk to this just to show it off. He has a dream. He wants to be a composer as famous as Todovsky. My favorite song? It's Frogfish's Suite 18. And I'm not even going to say the song because it's Sol, La, Mi, Re, Do, Re, whatever. So if we go over here, we can compose a song. And what we want to do is create the song that was shown there. And if I did it right, it will read, as soon as I'm done, it'll be Sol, La, Re, Mi, or Mi, Re, Do, Re, I think. That's it! This is the melody I've been waiting for! Thank you for the inspiration! Please take this as a token of my gratitude! And we get an alto card. If I need your help again, I'll look for you right back here. Until then, adieu! He's really into that. But yeah, that's Todovsky, and for the longest time I actually thought it was a female, but it actually might be a male, but I'm just gonna stop right there. So, one last thing I want to show off before I end the segment is if you go here and show them the alto card, you can buy elixirs, which heal the party for 80 HP. It's 3 times more expensive, but they're useful later. But for now, froggy drinks are much better and cheaper. So with that, that is going to be the end of this segment. So next time, I'll be going through Roseway in order to get to Rose Town. So this has been Tapris, and I'll see you again soon. Next segment. Bye.